Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. It's Meet the Managers Part 4. You have a little over a week to get your teams in. Teams have to be in before 8 p.m. on Thursday, the 20th of August. So far, only 4 managers have submitted valid teams, and we have our first league table of the season late tomorrow night. That's because tomorrow Aston Villa take on PSG in the UEFA Super Cup. Those of you that have read the rules will know the UEFA Super Cup counts towards Family Fantasy Football League points. So we'll have our first league table of the season tomorrow evening, and as it stands, only a possible 4 managers can be top of that first league table because only 4 managers have submitted their team. In this edition of Banter in the Box, we've got Predictor Challenge. We do it every year, and I talked about it last week. Going to give you another reminder. No one's entered it yet, well, other than me. You still have plenty of time. We have another entry on the wall of shame. 4 managers have submitted a valid team. Would have been 5, but someone got their sums wrong. And we are going to meet the top 5 managers in the Family Fantasy Football League. The 5 managers ranked the highest in the competition, dubbed the title contenders, and a manager of the season update. It was worth 2 manager of the season points. Did anyone get it right? So that predictor challenge. All you need to do is send me the following predictions. Who you think will win the Family Fantasy Football League, who you think will finish runner-up in the league, who you think will finish third in the league, who you think will win the Family Fantasy Football League Cup, who you think will receive the wooden spoon, who you think will be crowned manager of the season. Get those predictions in to me by Friday, the 28th of August, and for every prediction you get right, you will earn 5 manager of the season points. So a possible 30 manager of the season points on offer come the end of the season. Remember, Friday, 28th of August, to email or message me your predictions for the coming season. Wall of Shame. A couple of weeks ago, we had our first entry on the Wall of Shame, none other than the defending champion, Legends 23 manager Keith Simons. And this week, we got another one. The big Boston Cogless manager Niall Ponsford, hang your head in shame, sent me a team that added up to £81 million. The math was off there, Niall. The math was off. And the only good thing about appearing on the Wall of Shame this early in the season is you would normally lose a manager of the season point, but you don't yet have a manager of the season point to lose. So, just like Keith Niall, appearing on the Wall of Shame hasn't cost you anything other than the shame of appearing on the Wall of Shame. Dare say there will be other people on the Wall of Shame as the season progresses. Now meet the managers. First up, we have the manager ranked the 5th best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, and it is Sarah Goodwin. Didn't realise how short Sarah was, but me and her went for a walk recently, and I took a photo of her, and there is her looking up at me. Sarah's team name, the Musketeers. This is Sarah's 5th season in the Family Fantasy Football League, and she's the highest ranked woman in the competition. No major honours in her previous 4 seasons, but she did get the most weekly wins back in 2023, and she's been crowned manager of the season on each of the last 3 seasons. No manager of the month awards in her previous 4 seasons. And the highest league finish, 5th last year. Sarah had her best season. Best league position was also last season. She was 4th in October last year. Never been in the top 3. And Sarah holds an FFFL record. As I said, she's the only manager in FFFL history to be crowned manager of the season on 3 occasions. Interesting fact about Sarah. After running 30 minutes behind schedule, Sarah recently managed to finish her bus driving shift on time, partly by driving her bus as if it were a fire engine on the way to an emergency call out. She didn't have time to avoid poorly parked cars, and here is the evidence of that. I'll have to make a note of finding out what Sarah's bus route is so I can make sure I'm never in the vicinity when she is working. Next up, we have the fourth best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, none other than Keith Simons, Legends 23 manager. 11 seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League, and Keith is the defending champion. He finally lifted the title last season. He's had some minor honours along the way. He was the Silver Boot winner last year, most assists. He's got the most weekly wins in 2018, 2023, 2025, and 2026. And he got the highest weekly total in 2023. He's also picked up an impressive 8 Manager of the Month awards in just 10 previous seasons. Interesting fact about Keith: Keith holds the record for being the oldest ever FFFL champion. Next up, the third best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, and it is Niall Ponsford, manager of the Big Boss de Coglas. 5 seasons in the Family Fantasy Football League, but absolutely no honours in that time. Controversial that he's ranked so highly, and he's only had one Manager of the Month award in those previous 4 seasons. His highest ever league finish, well, he was second back in 2023, and agonisingly, going into the run-in last season, in May, he was top of the Family Fantasy Football League table, and he ended up finishing fourth. Heartbreaking. Interesting fact about Niall: since joining the Family Fantasy Football League, Niall has spent more time with members of Jack Hawksby's family. Sorry, Niall has spent time with members of Jack Hawksby's family more often than Jack has. That is a fact. Next up, the second best manager in the Family Fantasy Football League is none other than the Mad Hatter, manager of the Creed Bratton Society. This is the Mad Hatter's 10th season in the Family Fantasy Football League. And in that time, major honours. He was the champion back in 2024. And he won the cup in 2019, 2020, 2025, and 2026. Minor honours: he was a Golden Boot winner in 2019 and 2024. He was a Silver Boot winner in 2024 and 2025. He got the most weekly wins in 2019, and he has had an impressive 10 Manager of the Month awards in those previous 9 seasons. Last time the Mad Hatter was top of the table, January last year. He was in the title race last season, eventually finishing third. And he holds an FFFL record or two. The most goals in a season, 134 in 2019. That is one record the Mad Hatter holds. He's also the only person in the history of the Family Fantasy Football League to retain the cup, and he's done it twice. Retained it in 2020 and last year in 2026. And he's the only manager to win 4 Family Fantasy Football League cups. Nobody has won the cup as many times as Jordan. Interesting fact about Jordan: well, going into last season's Family Fantasy Football League Cup, the Mad Hatter was under huge pressure to win it. The reason being, the Mad Hatter had won the FFFL Cup the previous season, but was not attending the end of season presentation awards last year and had failed to return the cup to HQ. Had he not won the cup, it would have left us with no trophy to present to the winner. So he would have been relegated. But luckily for the Mad Hatter, he did retain his cup. And he's going to have to return the cup at some point or just keep on winning it year after year. And finally, in our Meet the Managers series, we meet the #1 rated manager in the Family Fantasy Football League. In the 30, how many years are we now? 32? I should know this off the top of my head. 32 years we've been doing the Family Fantasy Football League. Only 4 managers have been ranked the #1, and Alexi Lagos is one of those 4. Team name Greece Lightning. This is his 15th season in the Family Fantasy Football League. And major honours in that time, well, he's been the FFFL champion 3 times, 2014, 2021 and 2025. Minor honours Golden Boot winner 5 times, 2016, 2021, 2023, 2025 and 2026. Believe it or not, that is not a record. Someone's won the Golden Boot more. You got the most weekly wins in 2016 and 2021. He scored the highest weekly total in 2014 and 2026. And he's had 10 Manager of the Month awards in those previous 14 seasons. Last time Alexi was top of the table, April last season, before he fell away just at the end to finish runner-up last year. FFFL records. Alexi holds the record for the most weekly wins in a season. 2021, when he won the league, he got 9 weekly wins. No one's ever had 9 weekly wins in a season. He also holds the record for the closest ever FFFL title win back in 2025 when he pipped the Mad Hatter to the title by virtue of goal difference. Interesting fact about Alexi, having won the FFFL title in 2025, Alexi kept the coveted league trophy in his toilet all year. Hopefully, Legends 23 manager Keith Simons will clean it for us this season. Who the fuck is that? Was a picture of a current Family Fantasy Football League manager, and we rolled it over so it was worth 2 points if you could tell me which manager it was. No bonus points on offer for the body part. I think it's pretty obvious which part of the body that is. Benny United manager Mark Benwell thought that that was a picture of Lord Hoxby of Hougan Manor, Simon Hoxby. Sorry, Mark, that is an incorrect guess. But there is a silver lining, because for the second week running, you were the only person to have a guess mark. Clearly the only manager that wants those £20 million of free tactical gambits next season. So you get a point for being the only manager to take part, which means the manager of the season table looks like this, and Benny United manager Mark Benwell has gone clear at the top of the table. 1 point ahead of Megan Hoxby in second. She is 1 point ahead of Angela Addis and Sarah Goodwin in joint third. No other managers have registered a point yet. So we are rolling it over again. It's going to be worth 3 manager of the season points if you can tell me which current Family Fantasy Football League manager is pictured there. And you've got time, because the Premier League doesn't kick off until the 21st of August. So the next Banter in the Box is probably 2 and a bit weeks away. So you've got plenty of time to get your guesses in. You've got plenty of time to get your predictor challenges in. You might want to wait until I share everybody's team on the 20th of August. And the biggest date to remember, of course, 8 p.m. Thursday, the 20th of August. The gate comes down at 8 p.m. So you have to get your team in before then, or you will start the season with the allocated team, and nobody wants that. So good luck picking your teams, everyone. Until next time, take care.